Oopsie. Hello, I'm Mama Cass. Welcome to my channel. Very nice to have you here. Please do feel free to hit the share button, subscribe, and like if you enjoy. Can you hear me? Hi, Andy. You alright, babe? Ooh. Hi, Shaz. You alright, babe? How you doing? I got a new dye, just a cheap Chinese one, like. But I'll do that at some point. Make a card with that one at some point. See what it comes up like. I'm good. Well, about as good as I can be at the moment. My daughter's just revealed to me that her friend's got tonsillitis and that she's got a sore throat as well. I haven't got over the last one yet. Give me a chance. So that looks fun. It'll be a background dye. I want to do some of these background dyes over the top of some of those ink backgrounds I've done, inking backgrounds. Good fun. I need to just cover the bases of these because what I've done is these were slightly oversized. Ow, there's a cat. These were slightly oversized. Can you hear me? More. Oh, you're more watching and chatting. So I've cut like an angle on the corners here, and now I'm just covering them over with extra paper to make it look prettier. There's only 3 left to do, and then I'm finished with this section. I've got double-sided sticky tape ready to go. I'm going to stick some glue on these as well, just to help shift it around. Shandy, buzzing, Botox girl, owed extra because of lockdown. Being blasting the tunes in the cars, and making the oldies that teenagers work with. Tunes from Foo Fighters to Goo Goo Dolls. Hi, Sophie. I'm okay, darling, thank you. Not too bad today. How are you? Look at the size of him. Yeah, I know he's getting well big, isn't he? Yeah. Little monster he is. He's like he's getting more and more like playful. Like he's very much a little boy. He's so cute though. He snuggles up on me at night, running around my feet at the moment. How is everybody getting on? Yeah, I need to do some cat videos actually. I haven't put any up, have I? That's how rough I've been. It's not so much that I've been rough because I'm like completing the antibiotics and that, so I'm doing all right. It's just that I'm not on top form. Yeah, I am croaky. That's what everyone keeps saying, that I've got because I get an echo like to my voice when there's fluid in my lungs. It's quite like the kids always notice it. It's quite obvious. Different when I'm Getting poorly, you can tell it's coming from my voice. Oh, this kitten. Stop holding on to me. Hey, mummy. Should glue you. Yeah, that made me laugh. Yeah, tonsillitis isn't good. So, and I've got to have, I'll wait for this x-ray because apparently they can't send me straight up there unless it's like an A&E job, and I'm not going for A&E with my cardboard box. So I've got to wait for that because of COVID. But I've had more blood done yet, so we should know from that, like, what direction I'm heading in. Hi Claire, darling. And no notification. Hi, Shrimp. I didn't realise that Doris Doris Lives was live. That's really hard to say. Sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to go live at the same time as you, mate. That happens a lot. It's hard not to go live at the same time as someone, actually. Oops, I actually don't want to do it. I don't want to do it like that. Tonsillitis nearly killed my boy and was close to damaging little Bod's heart. I had the same happen with my kids with chicken pox, you know. Chicken pox really nearly killed my kids. 3 of them anyway. For some reason, set off febrile convulsions in one of them. Really bad. He got hospitalised and that. And I never knew up until then that chicken pox can actually kill. And why we don't vaccinate for it, because they do in America. But yeah, tonsillitis, my kids get really bad tonsillitis. 2 of them do. So it's a worry. Like, the thing is, it's a worry because I catch it, and it's horrible, isn't it, really? Like, how selfish can I be that I have to, and my kids have to think about whether or not I'm going to get ill when they're poorly? That's how we have to work, you know what I mean? That sucks, really, because that's not how I really am. I always put the kids first, you know what I mean? I care more about them being poorly than me, but obviously there's a difference between them catching a cold and me. Is that the guy? Yeah, I'm sorry that I missed everybody. I've missed PJ's live, I missed Claire's live, I've missed several of Dave's live, I've missed Stranger Times' live, I've missed other Steve's live. I feel a letdown when I'm doing that to people. Like, I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing, but I just keep falling asleep, so it is what it is. Oh shit, I've dropped my phone again. I need to stop dropping my phone. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That terrified you, didn't it? Especially when little Bob got it after that experience. I bet you were like, because that's what happened with me. Was my younger ones got it after the old one. The older ones did nearly die, and when the younger 2 got it and started showing the same sort of signs, like Grace's eyes, the blood vessels in Grace's eyes all burst open. And it was pretty bad. Like, her eyes were proper blown out red. I was panicking like shit, because I'd seen that it can be really bad. All the inspirations for me, thank you. Hi Linda, to Sophie's mum. Nice to say hello, thank you very much. Love you lots, love your daughter lots. I'm not actually showing what I'm doing very well. It's really hard to set these cameras up. I could set it up on the same thing as I usually do the phone, but that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, I know your tonsils can grow back. I've always worried that mine would grow back. Like, don't grow back. But then, actually, if I hadn't have had my tonsils out when I was younger, my lungs might not be as bad now, because your tonsils are your first line of defence. That's why they don't remove them anymore. Not as easily anyway. Tonsils are your first line of defence. They're to protect your lungs from damage. They used to remove them so easily without thinking about it, and of course people actually need them to protect your organs, the more important parts. But yeah, obviously if they're that bad though, when they cause tonsillitis, you want to get rid of them, don't you? You can't keep them when they're that bad. My brother hemorrhaged when he had his tonsils out. I remember that's one of my first memories is having my tonsils out as a little girl and being made to eat rare beef, like with blood coming out of it for the first time ever in the hospital, and crisps, salt and vinegar crisps they made me eat, evil bastards. And they realised 80% of people do not support me on YouTube. That's fucking terrible, Claire. But then I have the same, really. There's only a couple of you that are really supportive, do you know what I mean? Most people are, like, I lose subscribers all the time if I talk about the drama, obviously, because no one wants to fucking know about any of it. Well, not any of the actual subscribers. There's like a small section of the community that, of course, want to hear about the drama. But I support you, Claire. I will support you more. Ow, 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 ow. Can you please calm down, buddy? Stop. You're going too mad. You're hurting mummy. Everyone goes on about, they're only doing it for the drama. Well, those channels that are built on drama, yeah, of course. They get the views, they get the subs from the drama, and then they've built their whole channel based on that. And hating on different people, calling people out, talking about people and that. But if I do that, like, who that loves cats and crafts is going to want to bloody listen about fucking some lying twat that keeps saying the same bollocks over and over again about me? None of them want to know. I don't blame them. I don't want to know either. But at the same time, I'm not going to just sit and ignore it anymore. Like, if they talk about me, I'll talk about them. In this fucking go and get a coffin and take it straight to the hospital. Just makes me laugh that people think that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build mine, Claire. I can't fucking afford one. Right, Simon's just commented to me that I can be a very nice person. Is that why you set like all of your subscribers to attack me based on someone else's lies about me? Makes sense, doesn't it? And that, how can I say anything when I talk on them? Well, what do you expect me to say, mate? They want me dead. They actually talk about fucking getting me getting a coffin and going to the hospital. When, as it happens, I am fucking ill and I'm actually fucking dying. It's not a lie. It's not a fucking joke. Sick, mate. Sick and twisted. That's what it is. And if it was anyone else, if you talked like that about your darling, then you would have fucking freaked out about it too. But no, because it's about me and you don't give a shit about me, it's absolutely fucking fine, isn't it? My kids do care about me. They don't like hearing and seeing their mum being torn to shreds every fucking day for 7 months, asking if their mum's dead yet and stuff like that. But that's okay. We mustn't talk on it because that would reveal too much about the real fucking Mark Davies of Ghost of Cornwall and how vile he really is. All based on news lies, and you all knew it was lies. All of you knew it was lies. Everyone knew it was lies with me by the time I came back. She had proven it enough. Enough people called her out. Hiya, Tam, babe, I love you. Yeah, the sickos, mate, sickos. Just goes to show how sick they are, and the fact that people support it just goes to show how sick they are as well. They wouldn't support it if it was their family, would they? They wouldn't support it if it was them facing fucking dying at 43 years old. Half these people are fucking 10, 15 years older than me, and they fucking don't seem to realise that I'd like a few more fucking years before I'm out. Is it that fucking wrong with me? Sorry, I shouldn't even be talking about it because it just fucking makes it hard to breathe. Because obviously I'm faking it. Dickheads. Absolute fucking idiots, mate. Yeah, wants the drama to stop, but laughed at his comment. She doesn't want the drama to stop. She keeps fucking going at me all the time anyway. Saying that it's lies, lies, lies. She's so inventive. The only time she ever says anything that sounds like it might be fucking talking sense is when someone else has told her what to say. Bless you, Claire. I don't mind being buried in a fucking cardboard box like that. I don't want them to spend money on my funeral. I think it's a waste of money. I don't care about my body after I'm gone. I just want to be remembered for something decent, not for the bullshit that fucking New puts out across the internet about me on a daily basis. So sorry for wanting to actually have like not people not bullshit about me. No, it's a crime, isn't it? Hi PJ, darling. Nice to see you. Sorry I missed you live, babe. She loves it, Sophie. That's what she fucking loves it. She's got her little bully boys on command. As soon as they stop paying her attention, she starts the drama again, so they come rushing back to fucking defend the poor victim that she is. If they were anywhere near decent, they wouldn't say half the things they do about me, though, would they? Because let's face it, morals apply to everybody, not just Nikki. Yeah, I know, I don't need them, Shaz. I really don't need them. If people don't want to fucking be there for me just because, like, at the end of the day, I'm not here fucking begging nothing, am I? I'm not here to fucking go on about my health to get attention, even I'm here to try and make it fucking better for other people like me. I'm part of the paranormal community because I was drawn to it because of my health. As are many. Yeah, it does. Yeah, your angina, not mine. I don't have angina as well, thank God. My mum's got angina. But yeah, don't you get stressed because that was bang out of order what was going on with you last week. So it's ridiculous, the whole fucking thing. The things that they think is alright when it's their side doing it makes me fucking laugh. Never known such prejudice, two-facedness going on in the community. It's terrible. Can't trust anyone anymore. I don't think I've got much faith left in any of the community anymore. I'm just sort of like sitting back thinking, do I even want to be? Am I going to get anything positive out of this? Probably not. I came because I needed something to help me get through dealing with the fact that I was dying. Because as you'll find out one day, when you're dying, you think about all sorts of fucking things. Not least of all what's going to happen when you're gone. I think that that's the sort of community that people like me are coming into, looking for support. Jesus. Not exactly shining examples of morality, are they? Any of them? Those that do the dirty deeds and those that support it. Because they're too scared to stand up against it. God forbid anyone else gets the sort of fucking shit that I've been getting for the last 7 months, or Shaz has been getting, or Tan has been getting. Constant fucking attacks on every part of your life. Disabled kids, the fact I'm dying, tan skin colour, Nikki's sexuality, Brett's sexuality. Fucking hell. Your readings were good, I've heard, Claire. Everyone's been saying about that. It's nice to hear such good results when you've been working hard on something, isn't it? It's what they think is like, oh, it's okay because it's them doing it and not me. If I said or did any of the things that they say or do, everyone would be in uproar, wouldn't they? Fucking hell, if I defend myself, everyone's in uproar. But if I said to them, go and get yourself a coffin and fuck off to A&E, yeah? And go to their kids' fucking school and say, oh, by the way, your dad's dead now. See how you feel about that, yeah? Because that's how it is. That's the comeuppance of it all. That's what they're doing, and what people are saying is okay for them to be doing. If you're all ready for what you're going to fucking face when you get to the point where I'm at, and you start thinking, oh, have I done enough good in this life? Because you really ain't. Yeah. I think it's not easy on Facebook on YouTube when you've got people hating on you, because they do. The likes of Simon and that only has to do one video and it fucks everything up for you because people are stupid enough to fucking go along with anything he says. And come out in the attacking droves thinking that I'm lying about my health, because Simon's backed it. Simon's backed it from Mendy, who's backed it from New, who everyone knows is a liar and has been found to be a liar over and over again. Simon goes and backs it publicly, knowing the damage that it does. Because he doesn't give a shit, does he, if it makes me fucking more ill, dealing with this day in and day out. I'm not his friend, he doesn't care about me. I mean, I did message him when his wife died and that, tried to be nice and supportive and stuff, but, you know, those things don't get thought about, do they? I know why Cass is called Mama. I love her. Thank you. Thank you, bless her. Yeah, that is why I get called Mama. I am like a mama bear when it comes down to the young uns. I'm very protective of them, and I do mother everyone, or I try to anyway. But some people just don't appreciate it, do they? Some people take it for granted and then throw it back under you, and throw you back under the bus when you no longer service them. Karma is a bitch, Sophie, and that's what I am well aware of. Some of the things that they've done are just absolutely disgraceful, and then to sit there and say, "Oh, I've never turned anyone against. I've never tried to turn anyone against Mama Cass," in the same fucking comment as saying all this hateful lies about me that's fucking obviously set to try and make people hate on me. It's bullshit, man. Absolute bullshit, and they all encourage her, knowing that she's lying. Hi, abandoned boys. Nice to see you. To see you, North. Salute. They know nothing about me, and that's the thing. They think they know so much, but they know fuck all. They don't even bother finding out, do they? They just go and listen to what fucking New says, who knew me for a couple of months and got nothing but good out of me, actually. Couldn't possibly let the world know that, though, could she? Because there's got to be a victim in there somewhere for her to play. Actually, can't believe that comment from Simon. That's just actually pissed me off more, because you're not being nice to me, mate. Don't pretend that you are being nice to me. What you've done was out of order. If you even had a slight inkling of respect for me, you would never have fucking gone there. Thank you. Carrot lover. Usually goes with the sausages and that. It's usually meat terminologies. Shaz the animal whisperer. Carrot issues. I've only just started and I'm already knackered. You know. I'm well tiring out quick today, lately. Not today, but lately. Hi, take me out. Nice to see you. You alright, buddy? My ankles are swollen. Yeah. I'm on a right moan today, aren't I? Sorry, guys. But yeah, I'm pissed off. You're changing his name. Yeah, I hate being moany though. I don't like to be just negative, but it just goes to show when people go, oh well, if you didn't stop talking about them, then they would stop talking about you. Well, I've been offline for a couple of days, so and I've been not very well dealing with my shit. So why the fuck should I have to put up with someone talking about me going to the fucking hospital with a coffin? But that's okay because it's him. It's okay. So it's fully acceptable for him to continue it and for Nikki to continue it. But God forbid if I say anything about anything said about me. It's absolute double standards. It doesn't work like that. If you don't like it, fuck off. I'm not sitting here saying to anyone fucking, oh, shame you're ill. I'm hoping you're dead soon. You know what I mean? And it's sit there being like that with them. So why do they have to sit there being like that with me? Nikki and her fucking neuropathy from diabetes that the doctor doesn't want to treat. Fucking big difference between that and not being able to breathe, mate. Believe me. Like an instant difference. Thank you, Sophie. I appreciate that. Like Claire did know that I wasn't feeling very good anyway, to be fair. I need to put a hungry warning on my channel. I've been watching the soap or the cakes. I made some bread pudding yesterday. I must admit that was quite nice. I like a bit of bread pudding. It's old and traditional, but it's heartwarming. Come on then. Hi, baby. Fuming at the disregard for human life, are you, Lee? Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It isn't a joke. Like, I'm sorry, but it isn't. Like, these people that actually think it's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay because MD's a fucking master comedian. No, it's not okay. It wouldn't be okay if it was their family, would it? I'm a fucking single mum, mate. I'm 43 years old. I don't want to fucking die. I don't like having to go through what I'm going through, but I try to do it with a smile on my face anyway. Carrot cake, yummy. Oh, bless you, Shandy. You make me a coffin, will you? Yeah, I can't afford the coffin. Like, worries actually like is one of my main worries whenever I'm like really poorly. It's like the kids can't afford to get me a funeral. I'm not prepared at all. I haven't even got enough money to put aside for a funeral, let alone to leave 4 kids in the world without any parenting. Thank you, Sophie. I love you. It's okay. Appreciate it. Do appreciate it. You're all like part of my family now anyway, you know what I mean? You all know me well enough. I talk to you all openly. It's not like I am different on here to what I am in real life. This is just me. I am what I am. You get what you get. But yeah, no, I've not been good lately. So, and it just it irritates me that I'm dealing with it and trying not to be making a fuss about it. Because obviously people will take the piss if I make a fuss about the fact that I've got a fucking chest infection and I can't get rid of it. So I'm trying to just get on with it, and then they come out of comments like that when I'm like well aware where I'm at in the infection. What will happen one day is I just won't come on, and then you'll realise that I'm in hospital. But they'll be laughing about it, you know what I mean? That's their way. That's what they think is right. And people like Simon will be sitting there going, "Oh yeah, because she dared to speak against it." Actually makes me sick. Exactly, Shaz. If any one of us said anything like that, we'd be making threats to kill, fucking. It would be the end of the world has come. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I would never even say that about Nim, and I don't give a fuck about the girl, but I wouldn't wish her fucking dead. Do you know what I mean? I don't wish her to have my diseases and shit like that. But they do me. They love it. They get off on it. They actually get all hyped about the fact that they can talk shit about the fact that I'm dying and that I've got kids to think about and stuff. Like, way well done, you brave people. So big and hard and clever. And it's just those that back it and you just thought that they were decent, half decent at least people. The police, I did get like to talk to the police, Sophie, and they want to go ahead with a case. I don't want to go ahead with a case because I'm not well enough. And they know I'm not well enough, and that's the problem really, is that I'm not good enough. Oh, I've already covered that one. They know I'm not well enough, I'm not able to deal with that shit. So I've said, like, please drop it, please drop it. The police are now keeping it open because they do feel that there is enough of a case to deal with it. And, but I've got to then report any more that they've done, like this most recent one. At the moment, I just don't want to deal with it. Like I've literally said, you know what I mean? The reason why I want it to stop is because I'm ill and I really don't need to be dealing with the stress. And if I was to take, like, once they started talking about taking it to court and that, because of the fact that I've lost earnings and everything because of it, and I'd have to go through the whole court case, which they do believe I would win very easily, actually. But it doesn't really matter whether I win or lose if it fucking kills me, does it? I can't take on any extra stress at the moment, sadly, because I feel like I probably should do. I know that there's a lot of people that are disappointed in me for not doing, but I've got to put my health first. But yeah, there's quite a strong case because it's been a continued harassment on my own channel all the time, commenting. Like it's a sustained harassment and malicious communications type thing. the case is still open and they've kept all the documents that I've already sent them, which is pretty much most of the evidence that I've got up to date, or up to that date at that point in time, which was about 2 months ago. And of course, there's been a heck of a lot since. This never ends, does it? Well, yeah, you had some serious fucking racism going on, Tan. Like, you can't get much more serious in this day and age, on social media especially, than being so publicly prejudiced. And so, you know, it's hard to believe that anyone goes, oh, it's okay. It's going to destroy channels, isn't it? Because who wants to be party to channels that agree with racism in this day and age? It's just disgusting. I actually cannot believe in 2021 we're at a point where that is even getting onto the internet. Like, thing is, you could take the piss out of me being disabled and that, yeah, and I actually would laugh a lot about a lot of things. You could take the piss out of my teeth and stuff like that. They're all things that I sort of expect to be laughed at about. But not about me fucking dying. It's not that fucking funny, is it? You really find that like funny, you weirdo people? Bearing in mind all the shit I did for new, the amount of nights I sat awake at night while I'm fucking ill, because she was, oh, this one's made me suicidal, that one's made me suicidal. We should do another poll. How many people online have been accused of making fucking Nikki New suicidal? Because I know it ain't me, just me. When it gets to the point where every person you ever fucking have an argument with has made you suicidal, I would suggest that you're not actually fucking getting suicidal from it, or you would have been dead a long time ago. And then we could all send you a coffin. Oh, no, you mustn't say things like that. If we said any of the things that they said, they'd be fucking crying, screaming, shouting how evil we all are. Amethyst and her gonna bring you down. So it does look like a small planter, doesn't it, Shia? Thank you. You're right, mate. Nice to see you. That's crazy, Tanya. You know what I mean? You just don't expect it to. Like, it's like, just, yeah. I cannot believe the level of bullying that goes on and gets ignored. It just is craziness. And as I say, but like we do anything, we say anything, and we're the bad guys. It's actually pathetic. You didn't tell anyone, yeah? Yeah, that's what I want as well, Tan. Like, I can take it, but when I think about how fragile I was at times since finding out that I was that ill, and how it could have affected me, certainly how it did affect me last year when it was everybody, um, I just think, wow, I can't just like let it slide. Why should it be shut up about the fact that they're going around attacking people incessantly like this? Why should that be hidden? What, so they can do it some more? Because that's okay, is it? Ta-da! That's all of them in line. Now I need to get bring the chair over here. fact is that it's like I will. I think I take my health situation with as much lightheartedness as is possible, and so if I'm pushed to the limit where I'm like, hang on, this is bang out of order, it actually is bang out of order because I'm not weak about it like some would be, you know what I mean? I don't sit and cry about it. I'm quite adept to having a joke about my own shit, but it's not a joke when you're fucking basically wanting to hurt my kids about it, and it's not right, is it? I just don't, I can't get my head around the fact that there's people out there who actually sit there and go, oh, it's okay though, because it's him. It's okay, it's him. It's not okay, is it? It just wouldn't be if it was anyone else. So why would it be okay if it's him? Makes no sense at all. Five days without, I'm at day 3. Well done, Shire. I used to do that quite a lot when I was on drugs, and that wasn't healthy for me, I must say. As you can see by certain people's 5 a.m. rants, it's usually quite damaging for the soul. I'm going to get it in to build this up. Let's see what I've got to take off there. It's going to be hard, isn't it? It's going to be hard. Like literally a centimetre off. Your comment got removed, Shandy. Can't see it, babe. It does affect your immune system, without a doubt. Like, I've been more poorly since all this has been going on than I was without it all going on. You can all tell that, like, you know, I was doing really well. And the fact is, it's really hard to keep on top of the breathing disease under constant stress, because stress massively impacts it. I'm not bullshitting when I say that. I'm not looking for a way out or sympathy or anything else. It's a case of that is the symptoms of the disease. That's how it is, living with it. If I take the filter off, we should be good there. Nice. Good on you, Greg Norman. Come on, baby. Ugh, body popping. It does. It's you know, my RA is kicking off so bad. It sucks at the moment. I just want to be able to get on with stuff and be normal as normal as I can be. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do try and be normal, more so than a lot of people do. Forever watching people sit and moan about their lot, but fucking if I dared to say like, oh yeah, I'm struggling or whatever, then people were like, oh, she's using her health. Look at that, that'll work, won't it? Everyone's like, we need proof. Come on, baby. I've got to take a centimetre off of this. my balls flash. No, Henry. No, let go, get out. Sorry guys, I realised that I'm right up in the camera. Eiffel Tower. Right, an Eiffel Tower. Right. Let's check that that's going to fit, shall we? Before we put it together. Oh, does it need like a millimetre more? It's going to need a millimetre more, typically. Okay. It's impossible to cut this stuff perfectly, you know. Really annoys me. Oof, we have some trolling going on. Why do we want to distract from the point in case? Maybe let's talk about erections instead. I sure know how to distract my viewers. Has anyone got anything that they want me to, that would recommend me to watch either on Now TV, Prime, or Netflix at the moment? Because after this, I will be sitting down and resting, as you do. As you notice, probably any of you that talk to me privately will notice I often go off after a live stream and end up falling asleep. I go dead silent, don't I? That's because I've passed out. It exhausts me doing these. I don't know how other people manage to do quite so much, like sitting on lives with health problems, because I can only do, like, I can do it, but it's like just it takes it right out of me. You know what I mean? For a couple of days, I'm like wiped out. I always intend to come back and do more, but then end up too exhausted. just for the fun of it, shall we? And at least they're coming up with something better than fucking talking about killing me and dying and stuff. Like, it's hard to understand how they can run that many accounts. Don't they get bored? I would, I just couldn't be bothered. Like, I can barely keep up with what I have to do anyway. There we go, that slots in better, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna just there. I think I just finished watching Colony. I recently watched all of Lost, which was good, which has the same bloke in it, you know. Slightly larger than average. So, stay like that. Do a bit of it. Doesn't really matter what I use here to hold it together, so I'm just going to do it with gaffer tape. I haven't seen Terry. Hope she's okay. Although I know it's harder for her to get on in the daytime, obviously, because of time zone thingy, which is a shame. I do need to do some more evening shifts. Hang on. I'm not showing you what I'm doing, am I? Yeah, exactly, Shire. Is it working right? Does it know what direction to go in is my concern. Yeah, turn them all on. That is comical. Very comical. Somewhat childish, but somewhat comical too. Bit early for a wank, isn't it? It's not on an angry wank today. It's got like a bit of banter going on today. At least it's like, you know, not the I'm pretending like I'm a comedy genius, but I'm actually really, really fucking hateful. That was my wanking voice, by the way, if you've ever heard it before. Still straight and true, Cass. No leaning like the Terra Pizza yet. That's a good thing, Show. Hiya, Steph. I'm sorry, love. I forgot to message. I'm fucking shit at doing that. I always just sort of assume people will spot me eventually. So makes me laugh, Claire, because it's just like ridiculous stuff in it as well. It's like, I don't think they even realise that they're like actually in the wrong. But like when like she says about, oh, I've got my friend that's a community police officer, whatever, PCSO, not a proper officer, but her friend mate would take one look at the comments that she's made and be like, you need to pack up the fucking mate. Yeah, I mean, I let them see everything, like including what I had said, which obviously is only usually in response because I don't go over to her shitty channel. I don't really want to talk on her channel. I have no desire to talk to her either. I'd be quite happy to just ignore her existence, but she hasn't quite worked that one out yet. It might be best to go that way. According to PJ, I'll do anything in bed, just saying. Am I trans? I really hate trying to do this shit without like fucking it up because I always end up sticking everything and getting it all stuck to me. And do you know what I mean? So I do it like this. In my way, where I've got it between my legs, holding it in place. Thing is, I've never really been one to go to police about things. You know what I mean? I didn't go to the police when I got robbed because it's just not really my deal. I'd rather deal with things myself, but obviously I can't really deal with it when they live across the other side of the country and doing most of it over the internet and trying to damage my reputation across the internet. So I have to deal with it that way if I'm gonna. And I'd rather not really because I think it's terrible to have to boss bitch. What am I making? I'm doing, this is a shelf. I've done this, look, this, okay. There's a big drawer here that's A4 papers, A5 or A6 papers, I can't remember, I need to measure that to see which one it is. Then we've got a shelf, which is a blackboard. Then we've got drawers, which are for like pens, pencils, artist brushes and stuff like that. It's an artist's tower for my daughter, Grace, because she does art. And this will keep all her art stuff in it. And then I'm going to do like a smaller framed one that will be for her makeup that'll be like similar. I'm getting hot and bothered. PJ's got a new name now. Twat is a pregnant fish, yeah. That is also the name for some people use it for pussy. I use twant if I want to get past the swearing block now, because it's a mixture between cunt and twat. Seems like most of my streams get reported now as well, which always tends to be recovered by YouTube. Oh my god, no. Look what I just did. I didn't see. I told you I'd do that. Uh-oh. 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 Didn't mean to do that. So I always end up with like sticky stuff sticking to where it's not meant to be. Hang on, Gooch. You're going to have to be patient a minute. Thank you. It's been a work in progress. I've done about 15 hours on it or so far. So, like about 20 hours on it so far, maybe. But I do enjoy the bigger projects. And I'm quite glad to show people what it's like from scratch without all the editing that I usually do for videos like this. No, Chav's not a young gypsy. A gypsy is one thing and a Chav's another thing. Chav is more of a teenage rebel, both drill and hip hop music type of scene. Gypsy is actually a heritage, like a race sort of thing. Oops. But I'm sure the two coincide quite often in this day and age. Yeah, I've got a lot of gypsy friends. Well, my family's gypsy blood, but I've never lived as a gypsy, so I don't call myself a gypsy because I think it's disrespectful to gypsies. But I am gypsy blood. My father was actively living as a gypsy. I think he was like coming into young adulthood when his father died, and they got a house and that. Right, my nan got a house. But a lot of the people that I've associated with in life where I live are all the travellers, obviously. And that's why I'm not overly scared about people threatening to come to my door. Or one of the reasons why I'm not overly scared about and there's others as well, you know, like the kids, friends and that, you know, like a bunch of 20 to 30-year-olds who all adore me. I'm sure they'll all look after me a bit. Yeah, that's true. Dad's Irish, Mum's Spanish. This year I get my temper from. That makes sense, yeah. Steph, you just described me. Chab is stereotypical racer, hoop earrings, fake Burberry, Rockports, lip piercing, eyebrow piercing, talking like a... Yeah, that's the female chavs, isn't it? I forget that there's female chavs as well, because they're pretty gross. I don't think even the boy chavs like the female chavs, you know. You have a Playboy tattoo as well. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't call you a chav anyway, PJ. You're just common as muck like me. You say it like in the most blunt way possible. You do, but I wouldn't call you a chav. Chavs are more like the sort of music and that, innit? And like walking around with guns and stuff and knives. You do that, dear PJ. Boss bitch. Speak 7 languages, yeah. Oh God, let's see if this slots into place, shall we? Okay. Now I just need to cover that with the blackboard stuff again, and then we can start building up round the sides for the paint pots thing. Sorry, boss bitch, I bow down to if you like it. Boss bitch is her new name, Shandy. Boss bitch. Sounds about right. She sure knows how to gain control. PJ, aka Boss Bitch, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's it. There's all sorts wherever you go. There's a lot of the same as with any type of person that people don't really understand. There's not always, like, just because people believe a prejudice or idea is true about a group of people doesn't mean that it really is. Obviously, some goes back in history. Yeah. Oh yeah, nice PJ. Suits you. That's perfect, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna need a wee, guys. My son was having a laugh with me yesterday. He said that when I come back from going to the toilet, I should put like powder all around my nose and that, just to take the piss. But you know that they'd be screenshotting that shit straight away as evidence, because that's their type of evidence. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, nice, Sophie. Very nice. Yeah, some of them do look really duck facey, I must admit. Like my friend's daughter gets it done, and she's already got very big pouty lips anyway, and it doesn't actually like do as many favours as they think it does. But I think if you've got thin lips, and that it actually is worth having it done. And certainly as you're getting older and that wrinkles, I can understand why people want to get it done. I've got a fair few wrinkles now. I'm not really that bothered by them though, because obviously I've been through hell and back to get them. So I kind of deal with it. Like, I don't expect to look 20 again now, like I've been so well. Oh, Claire, love you, Victory. Thank you, darling. Love you. That's so sweet of you. Means I can buy some more of these bits. I had to buy. I bought these. Like, would you believe that's like £8 worth of bits? Look. And these are just like use as little handles on the front of those little drawers. I'm not sure they're even going to work yet, so I'm a bit peeved about that because I can't really afford to be buying stuff like that. But where did I put the other bits that I found? Well, yeah. That was it, I think, wasn't it? I've got something else coming. The bigger one. Oh, I love you, Claire. You're so sweet to me. Such a kind person. No wonder fucking knew had a fucking talons in you, Claire, because you are such a kind and giving person. I see you do it not just to me, but to everyone. And like God, it's easy to get taken for granted, isn't it? When you try and be nice. Oh, Claire, you're a nutter. You love those stickers as well, don't you? Yeah, that's the thing, is that you love the stickers. Oh, I love you. Right, I want 3 squares to go over. Oh my God, Claire, you're a mad girl. What? Oh, thank you. I love you. I feel all like emotional now. Bless your heart, Claire. You're such a darling to me. Wow. My head's swimming now. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go and make a cup of coffee, I think. I'll put the camera up so you can see the kiddies running around. Well, they're not actually running around. They're all quiet at the moment. They are really quiet at the moment, but it is that time of day. Love you. Thank you, darling. Oh my God, Claire. You're mad. How much is that? What? You're mental. I love you, babe. I just realised I've got you on top chat, guys. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Yeah, I do have my threshold down with that. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Okay, I think your device is broken. Oh, I love you. What star you are. See, I wish I could do that to everyone, though. I must admit, I'd give a lot more if I could. I like giving. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? I've always been a giver, but I tend to feed people more than yeah. I tend to usually I feed everyone. Like, I feed hungry people. And look after people. When people need something, they know that I can normally help them out. You know what I mean? You are absolutely darling. Yeah, massive. That's massive. I can't believe that you could you'd do that much for just me alone, Claire. I'm mad. Love you. Mad, but in a good way, mad, honestly. I love your kind of mad, always have. Yeah, I'll be able to treat myself properly. That's true. Right, I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm going to get a coffee and go away quickly, yeah? I promise I won't be doing anything bad. I'll just be weeing on coffee, because I'm no woman. No, see you in a minute. I didn't go to the toilet yet, but I thought I'd wait and come back. And have any of you got any ideas for what I should watch this evening then while I'm sitting down? Vibrators all round if Sophie wins the lottery, that sounds good. No, that's normal, Sophie. A lot of people end up friends with their exes, like future exes, because you have a lot in common, obviously. Not only because they were attracted to you, you probably have quite a bit in common, but also because of splitting up with them. Yeah, I'm friends with most of my exes as well, to be fair. I know I'm probably one of the only people I know that's like quite often friends with their exes, but I quite like most of them. Get on alright with most of them. Mind you, I'm the one that they wish they hadn't have let get away, eh? Really. Sure they couldn't wait to get away from me. That's good though, Soph, that's good. Thing is, you always think the ex is a cunt because that's what they tell you. They're not going to tell you that she was a good lay or anything, are they? You know what I'm saying? Ta-da. I'll show you what I'm doing, shall I? I'm going to line it up now so that I get it in position. Yeah, it is a good thing. It's, yeah. At the end of the day, we move on for a reason, don't we? Son of Sam. Yeah, I was watching it last night actually. When I fell asleep, I need to go back and watch it because obviously I fell asleep. I always fall asleep in the middle of things, to be fair. The Son of Sam one was pretty good, yeah. It looked good. I think I was about a third of the way through it when I passed out. A fairy queen. Oh, really? Yeah. Merlin and Roman Empire. Oh, interesting. I'll have to have a look at that then. But I haven't seen that one on there so far. Cat hair all over this already, of course. Oh my god, it's creasing up where I don't want it to. Oh, nice. Sounds good to me, PJ, though. Dirty dancing. Do have a bit of dirty dancing. Patrick Swayze was a leg runner. I'm not going to be able to peel this up without ruining it, I don't think. I will sort that bit out. Wow. Oh, nice. I'll have to watch that. What's it called again? Nimrao. Okay, I'll look it up on Netflix. Thought I'd watched all sort of Faye and that related sort of stuff. I loved Lost Girl at one point. Really, I've gone off to the to notify others. Oh my god, did you see that? I get so distressed about the fact that I'm getting anywhere with my channel, don't they? They really hate it, and they hate that I've got support or friends or anything. They'd love to be able to just tear me down and not have anyone around me and that. And it's funny. The more support I get, the better. It's like, ha, ha. I think it's so funny how much people love to make other people suffer. It's like too much pleasure. Get on there with my enemy. That's the creasing thing that I made in it. And I do find it funny how much, how upsetting it seems to be to some that I'm doing alright. Like, God forbid anyone succeed at anything in life. You get called all sorts if you get to start succeeding at something. Well, the misfits we reign supreme. I like that. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is so annoying. Hennessy's just in the background, like what you did, another. Getting there. It's like there's just so many double standards going on at the moment. I can't help but be frustrated at the whole fucking thing every day. Like, to watch people go, oh yeah, along with this stuff it really makes me question humanity as a whole. Certainly some of the people that I've talked to for years and not done anything wrong to or anything, do you know what I mean? Because one person says it's okay. I won't let it stop me being nice to people, but I will certainly be a little bit more careful who I'm or how much respect I give to those. It is hard work on YouTube, you know what I mean? It's took me a long time to get where I'm at, and a lot of work. It's not been overnight matter of everything going easy for me. I wish. Got to put a pinhole in that. No, that's not going to work. I'm just going to have to roll with it. This will be the bottom side, of course. Hiya, Baz. Nice to see you. It was Baz's birthday the other day. If I'd have known before it was too late, I'd have done a live on it. And made a card for you, Baz. It's nice to see you, One. Hope you're right, sir. That's alright. Sophie, you can associate with John all you like, mate. I think John's, I was very close with John at one point. It's actually a shame that he let me down as hard as he did. We were all very close at one point. But what's done is done. I can't change the fact that I can't trust people that have done that to me. I'll be supportive and kind to people and polite to people and that, but I'm not gonna just forget the fact that people have sort of screwed me over and that. I think I'm quite aware John, well, I believe John and Sue know that I didn't deserve that off them. So if there's a lesson being learnt from it, I suppose it's worth it, isn't it? When someone supports you when no one else does, it's a good idea to keep them on side for the future rather than pushing them aside when some bully comes along. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be toxic idiots in the gaming live streams, unfortunately. Baz, and it's up to Pocahontas what she does with hers. I'm not going to control that situation. They're grown adults, they can make their own minds up what they do. But yeah, there's always going to be toxic stuff going on with the gaming. There's a lot of idiots out there. That's not my channel, so I can't. That's not my business. And I'm going to block people, Baz. It doesn't work. That if you want a channel to grow, you can't go blocking everybody that comes along. Especially not in the gaming, because there is a lot of idiots. Most of them are just kids, and that's why they're idiots. They need to learn by being around other people that don't, there's no good blocking them and getting rid of them. They'll just go elsewhere. They're never going to be the sort of channel that goes blocking anyone just because of it. They've got more patience than some. Takes quite a lot of patience to run one of those channels, to be honest. I don't know that I want to get into gaming as much. It's hard work. Yeah, that's right. So it is what it is, isn't it? Some places are right for you and some places aren't right for you. Yeah, but most of the people in there are just kids or disabled people, is what seems to be quite a lot of them. Their viewers are quite disabled and needing support. They try and help them, really. Gives them a chance to play games as well, and that. I think a lot of the trolling that they've had as well has been like specifically more towards like trying to like, it's not real people, that's them lot, my trolls following them. Not so much the gaming industry, or like the gaming community, I should say. The paranormal community is the most toxic of them all. I thought gaming's hard, but paranormal's like weirdos. Believe in life after death, but don't believe in karma. They go around treating people however they want. She won't block them though, Baz. That's not like, it's not what she's like. She won't fall foul of that. Like, she's used to the idea that comes as part of the YouTube bollocks. If you start blocking every person that trolls you, it's just never going to work. Depends how on the level of trolling, doesn't it? Like, she removes comments that are inappropriate, because there's quite a lot that's inappropriate for them, but she won't get rid of people. I do think a lot of the trolls that they get aren't even really like, gaming trolls. I don't think that it's, you get the kids that are like dickheads, but they are just dickhead kids, you know what I mean? The ones that are really horrible are the ones that are actually there just to cause trouble, possibly because of me. But I just try and ignore it, like they just try and ignore it. My kids are quite resilient as well. They're not really ones to respond or like overreact to things like it. Same as I'm not. I don't sit here and freak out and start accusing people of being my trolls because I've had a few people in talking about having dicks today. I don't sit there and say, oh, it's one of them. It's one of them. Let's go and accuse them. I don't give the responses that people expect me to, do I? This is like the glue's just annoying. Yeah, I'm nice to everyone. I was always nice to John and Sue as well, but they just let me down. There's only so much I can be let down before I start not caring so much. Actually not sticking. Yeah, it's hard when you don't understand the community, Sophie. There's so much that's gone on in this stupid community. It really has. Like, it's really hard to keep up with who fucked over who and who done what who. There's been some messes going down over the time I've been in. At some point or another, all sorts have gone on. Surprising how many people found me through crafting and ended up right in the middle of the drama fucking stuff as well. It's funny. I wouldn't have thought anyone in the crafting wanted to be into the like drama side of the paranormal bit, but it just sort of dragged you in because of the fact that we're all talking about it all the time. Which you can't really help but talk about it when they're constantly on the attack, innit? But I don't like giving them free advertising though. It's like, Jesus. I don't want to encourage my people to go and watch their bollocks. I'm tempted to try and put a bracket over the corners of these, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. Yeah, that's the best way, Sophie. You've got to just take each person as they treat you. Because, like, I've had plenty of people, I've told you things that have happened, like, certainly where Eileen was concerned, I saw you in there, and I was like, do you know what you're doing in there? Because I don't think you did. I don't think you realised just how bad that side of things can be. But I wouldn't try and stop you from going into John's and that. It's up to you if you want to go there. I wouldn't try and stop you going in Islands either if that's where you want to go. But as your friend, I'd recommend you don't. She's toxic as fuck, mate. She's been a massive part of the problem for me. It's her that always backed up New because it was better for her to have New saying, yeah, it's Cassie that made me suicidal, not Eileen. Because she'd been saying it about Eileen for months and months. Eileen didn't like it much when it was said about her. Oh, nice, Claire. What you got? What you getting? Sophie giving you some ideas for vibrators. Ah, it's okay, Sophie. Just need, like, I needed to let you know that how bad it's been because of the fact that, you know, like, I've seen a lot of people get hurt trying to help out with these people. And they end up getting dragged into it and then getting attacked themselves. I wouldn't want to watch you getting involved in that shit. And I can't trust anybody that's involved over there, I'm afraid. I can't. If like, it's fine if people want to go there, but I don't want to put anyone in my circle of confidence that's from over there, if that makes sense, after everything. I can't risk it anymore, not after the way I've been treated. I'm not the only one either. I've seen, like, you know, some very good friends who have been very loyal over there get treated like shit as well, so it's not just me. I just wouldn't want anyone else going through any more of that shit. But where John and that's concerned, that was just, you know, they were being bullied as much as I was, and he knows how to manipulate people. But I expect people who are loyal to me to actually be loyal to me, not stab me in the back when it helps. Dorothy, it's lovely to see you. Yeah, Eileen's got a real hatred for Baz, blames everything on him even when he's not about. She just blames everything on anyone, except for the people that she'll have it evidence in front of her face for. See, that's where I don't do it. I won't go in ranting and raving and start screaming and shouting people's names when I haven't fucking got a clue. Because that's where I've watched a lot of the drama go wrong for a lot of people. And then they sit and cry, oh, please don't keep picking on me. I didn't mean to say that. It's like, actually, you know, you're not learning from doing it constantly. Sometimes you've got to sit back and watch what people do and learn from it, not I'm gonna... How are you, Dorothy? It's lovely to see you. Yes, it was Baz's birthday. He's such a darling. I love Baz. He is a wonderful lad. Is our Baz. Always supporting, being kind to me, even when you don't come in it, Baz. You always like will message me up, make sure I'm all right, and that. There's a lot of people that don't make an effort the way that you do for me, Baz. So I do appreciate it. Do you make it? Oh, how cool. I'd love to give that a go, I must admit. Especially like because I've got the gypsy heritage, I'd love to know a bit more about my bloodline. That's interesting stuff, isn't it? Might have to ask you again. Can you message me, Claire, what the name of that program is on Netflix, so as I know to look it up afterwards, because otherwise I sit there and I go, I can't remember what she said. my memory's shit. Yeah, I was on Simon's before Eileen as well, Baz. That's the funny thing. I actually went over to Simon's. I was one of his first over at Simon's, but I didn't speak at first because I thought, oh, like I was stuck in the middle as well because I was also friends with Nikki. 88 at the time, obviously, and like Simon was going after MS, you know, and like there was all sorts kicking off there. So I thought, right, I'll sit back and watch, see what Simon says about this, because I donated to him at the same time, to MS at the same time. But my loyalty lied with Nikki as well. But like I'd felt bad for him once, just because I've been homeless and hungry. Same time Simon did, when Simon paid for the hotel or whatever it was. I can't fucking remember. 120 quid, weren't it? And it's funny how someone can sit there and call out all of that stuff and then let other things from other people slide by as if it's nothing. And then when I was in hospital, I was bored, as you are in hospital, and so I, like Simon and Eileen were always like this joint thing, according to Eileen. So of course I followed Eileen as well, and then went in there and started chatting, and the girls were in there. It was nice to be able to chat at the time because I was really bored and lonely in hospital and that. And then I sort of explained my circumstances. Everyone was really kind, and I thought, oh, I'll come across a group of quite nice people. Like the lady's disabled, she understands what I'm going through. We could all be good friends. And then, yeah, I ended up treated like shit and kicked out. She basically kicked me out because, well, she didn't even kick me out, did she? I can't remember. How it all started was an argument because I'd gone on to another channel. Well, she was still live. You're not allowed to go live at the same time as Eileen if you're friends with Eileen. Which is quite funny. Dorothy. They've got different accents, but they're two very similar girls, aren't they? The two troublemakers in the community. There's a lot of people who've had their fingers burnt because of the same bollocks. When someone spouts off before they've even had a chance to find out truth, facts, or anything, it causes trouble, in my experience. So sorry, slurping down the mic. At least Rika's not into here. Alright, let's have a look. Can you see what I'm doing? Right, this needs to be bracketed into place, this shelf. That's actually a perfect little fit as well. I mean, I could probably get away without bracketing it, to be honest. But at the same time, I want them to be sturdy. Ugh. I've done a fart in a jar for Baz. I bet Baz is well chuffed. Squeeze me. Don't let you. Almost a shot. You got funny. I feel like I've got a fever. I shouldn't have a fever, but I've got something stuck under. I need to go and wash off the glue. Thank you, Llama. Very much appreciated. I'm not sure which one you mean, but yeah. Nice to see you. To feel nice. Hello, Castor. You're super tired today as well. I've been super tired as well, darling. I can forgive that. Sisters from other misters yet. I really. Up till 3 and then up at 7. That's good going, mate. I was the same actually. Well, I was up and down, but I keep sleeping in the daytime, so it is what it is. Sophie, my actual auntie's bitch. Okay, can't choose your family, can you? Unfortunately, sometimes they do work out to be not the best people around you. That's what's good about friendships. You can choose who you want to be around, can't you? Oh, I feel dizzy. Pardon? Oh, right, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's so annoying trying to get it to sit right. Hmm. Tell you got an eye, Dorothy don't want her anymore. Like, yeah, I reckon Fabulosa should sponsor Kirsty as well. Like, literally always advertising them. Mobility shop, what's wrong with the mobility shop, mate? Our one's been shutting down, I think. Like the mobility help, like round town. Dorothy's joined the chat. Yes, Filthy Dorothy is in. Dorothy's a dead favourite these days, aren't you, Dorothy? We love a bit of Filthy Dorothy going on. But it's not a bit of Filthy Dorothy, it's a bit of Filthy James as well. Keeps us happy. Oops. Lessons on Sunday from Claire. I'm looking forward to that, Claire. Should be funny. I'm not meant to laugh at it, am I? It's meant to be serious lessons, but I need to go to the toilet in a second, guys. So you can be alright. Can I leave you to be babysat for a minute? I'll let one of you take control. Oops, I didn't do that right. Yes, I let you out. Hang on, Rich. So apply double-sided sticky tape to the back of them when I get back down in case I forget. Back a sec, babe. Hello. Bring it over here. I'm officially Clever Dorothy. You won PJ's quiz and only 1% of the population are clever enough to win PJ's quizzes. That means I'm very intelligent. Yeah, the days of no smartphones, no social media. Really, Dorothy. I'm excited by the Hoovers that hoover by themselves. I so want one. Like, but I want one that works and isn't like £1,000 to make it work. You get me? I don't know, I'm tempted by these things. What do you think, guys? I've got things stuck to me. Where are the ones that are thinner than that? I've got some somewhere. Oh my god, my body hurts. Damn. Oh, I hate them. The smaller ones of those somewhere. Now I can't find the bloody things, of course. Oh, I can't remember where I've put the bloody things that I did have. I always do this, you see. I buy things and then put them somewhere safe and never find them again. But they're like this, but smaller, thinner. So they would go on there like that, but these are thick. Whereas those ones are the right size for this. I think that'd look like a nice finished effect. I've got them somewhere and I just need to find them. Oops. Anyway. Yeah, if my mum calls me by my whole name, like my first name and my middle name, when I'm in shit. Dorothea. Not even your name. So I want the brackets to go on. I'm gonna put them on the back end. Cassandra is a pretty cool name. I quite like the name Cassandra, I must admit. I'm not offended by it. Cassandra is actually the Greek goddess, the enchantress of men. And she foretold the future, oh, you're going to have an accident at sea and stuff like that. And people ignored her because she was too beautiful. And men ignored her and didn't believe it was possible that she could honestly be a genuine seer, because she was too beautiful and she must be some sort of negative entity type of thing. So they ignored her, went to sea, got washed up and killed. And that's the story of the name Cassandra, the enchantress of men. Oh yeah, got to put on some double-sided. Oh bless. Oh, how cool, Shaz. That's fascinating stuff, isn't it? The long lost relatives, like my one of my great 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 grandfathers helped build Southend Pier. I'd like to see a picture of him like there, if that's out there somewhere. He was like a deep sea water diver on the pier. I'd love to do a DNA test, to be honest. That'd be so much, like, it's so interesting to find out. Oh, birds are lovely. I like keeping birds, but I can't because of my lungs. Like, we're not allowed to keep birds with lung disease. And also with 13 cats, it probably wouldn't be a good idea. The cats would probably like it though. Put you up here a minute. Oh, the African greys are lovely. Yeah, African greys are well good fun. Yeah, budgies are quite surprising how well they can talk, actually, if you sit and train them enough. But then cats can as well if you sit and train them enough. I might actually go with just a half on the sides. Oh, yeah, minor birds are interesting. Really annoys me when I buy something and then I know that I've got it, but then I don't use it and I put it away and then I can't find it when I need it. I literally do it all the time. And then I end up buying a replacement only to find it a couple of days later. Crafting stuff especially, like, I'm always doing that. I just took the whole both sides off, but that's alright. See if I can get this in without fucking it up. I suspect I'm going to have trouble. So I'll put the camera on it and let you see me have trouble with it. Just this one little bit that doesn't want to play ball with me. Cool. There we go. Excuse me, I'm dizzy. Enjoy, Claire. Much love. Ooh, spoon went up my nose. Okay, let's try these little handle things, shall we? Okay, so oops, so busy. How many of these have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the little wooden ones. I don't think they're suitable. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it, Dorothy. Yeah, but this bit just doesn't want to sit level. So I'm going to just cut them off, make it tidy. Yeah, that was really cool, Baz. That was, I really like that Batman. Harley Quinn Rebirth skin code as well. I'd play with Harley Quinn, I reckon. These are called brads. You know, like paper pins that you go and you put it in, push it in, and then you fold it back so that it holds in place. I'm not sure if I want to do two and then do a ribbon or a little bit of rope coming from it, or should I just do the one and have that as a little pull? But I don't think that that is going to be very good to pull on it. Depends on how heavy the stuff is inside the drawer, really, doesn't it? See if I can do it. Have you used the Harley Quinn yet? As so 8.5 centimeters. Or if I go 4.25, is halfway, right? How far in do I want it? Go 1 centimeter in, so 1 and 6. Go the 4 centimeters there. In there. Go through back through the the other way just to make sure that I can get the whole going. Oh, I love you, Dorothy. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Been a bit of a rough week, to be honest, isn't it, for me, like out there, but I am quite used to it now. I have got used to the idea that these people aren't just going to go away because they just get off on it, don't they? So I might as well just try and carry on being me, hoping that people want to be around me and don't listen to the bollocks. Next, we've got 2 holes. I'm going to use going to livestream Fortnite and use Nightbot. What's Nightbot? Oh, nice. Now I need tweezers that aren't going to bust if I try and flex this stuff. I just break my nail. What's Nightbot? Let me buzz because I don't know what these things are. I know that Pocahontas is obviously always screaming about someone's a bot or something like, you know. Is it aimbot they say about? They're always moaning that people have aimbot. Fortnite scares me a bit. They all want me to play it. I don't know. It's a bit complicated for my liking. He just ignores me for the most part, but I'm waiting to hear from the Housing Association if he's complaining more. Thing is, I think he complains even when it's not that bad, so I think they're going to realise that he's, a bit of a prick, really, rather than being that my daughter's really that bad, because she's not. She's a normal 16-year-old girl that likes listening to a bit of music. I used to listen to music well louder. I used to always blast my music out. So, I don't think I'm going to use this, but this is what I'll use to show you what I'm going to do. Ribbons. Where are my ribbons? Hey, babies. I'll probably use twine more than this sort of stuff, which I have got somewhere, I just don't know where, as usual. But I'll just show you this too. Oh, my legs hurt. Right, it'll be like this, basically. But I'll do it with a twine, like jute or something. Oh, really? Neighbours can be a nightmare, mate. They can make or break your life, can't they? I've had nightmare ones myself, and now my neighbour seems to consider we're nightmare ones. I don't know how he coped with the last person that lived there, because she had young children and was deaf, so she can't have possibly have heard like how loud her kids were. And that. I bet he moaned constantly. I told him to jog along, you know what I mean, so he probably doesn't moan as much with me. One time he came round and my best mate was there and looked like he was, like my best mate was literally about to beat him up. So looking at me like shit. Alright, so it'll be a bit like that. Yeah. Oh. Like so. It's a shame really, isn't it, Dorothy, because like, you know, neighbours and that used to be a big part of the community. My godparents were my neighbours and that. I'm sure I've got some more of that gold somewhere. Dun, dun, dun. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm basically going to do this on all 6 of these drawers, and then the next session I'll be starting on the next layer, which will be around these outsides here. We'll have this that will come in like this with these. That one's slightly wrong sizing, I think, but never mind. Oh no, yeah, got the wrong way around, that's why. I need to adjust that, but we get the general gist of this, yeah. So that will go around here, and we will have slots for paints to go in. All around the outside, she'll have acrylics, watercolours, and like gouache or whatever. I don't understand art, I'm no good at that shit. But I'll try and get these bits done, prepared, ready to show you how to put it all together in advance. I say that, but then I never end up doing it because if I craft, I usually get straight on and craft online. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? When I can, I do. Oh my god, I've got bits everywhere. That's so true. The time neighbours were neighbouring after each other, chatting at the garden gate. Yeah, see, we were always like that in like my first house. Me and my neighbours got on really well. But yeah, the new house where I live is just shit. It's sad, really. Right. The only thing that's better about living here is that I'm right next to a shop and pub and that, so at least I can actually make it to a shop now. There's my son at the door. I'll be back in a second, guys. Bear with me 2 ticks. Sorry about that, guys. Chef's son is home. Who's Gray Atkins? One, I don't know about that. I haven't heard about that. So, I don't know. Oh, I don't watch EastEnders. That was one thing about my neighbours was that, my old neighbours was that I didn't need to watch EastEnders because I could just watch out window. I'm going to do meatballs for dinner. No, it's way hard to get your fingers in there. There we go. Ow. only watch EastEnders, though you've always watched it. Yeah, I used to always watch EastEnders. I stopped watching all TV, like series, soaps. I'm going on Facebook and playing games and that when I started my university degree. Because it was basically a case of, like, either give up anything unnecessary or don't complete the degree, and I wanted to complete the degree, so I gave up all TV and shit. I just never went back to watching it once I'd got out of the habit of watching it. It'd been like a lifelong thing that I'd always watched it with my nan. In fact, I remember the first episode, watching the first episode with my nan. Sorry. Yeah, they're pretty cool little, like, brad handle type things. I could have used the wooden handles as well, but I felt like these would look a bit better with the style that I was going for. Oh. Okay. I won't put the ribbon on the others because I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to use. I think I'll use like rope more than the ribbon. My legs are killing me. I'm not taking the RA medication. My legs, my swelling's really kicking off. Can. Oh wow, shares, that's so cool. That's proper cool. When is Mick Carter going to listen to his voicemail? Give Mick a nudge to get on with it. But I'm back myself and my dad put his greenhouse together. Nice one, Sophie. Oh dear. And now Kush. I used to hang around with a bloke called Kush at some point. was brilliant, Shaz. I must have missed that comment. That's good. Yeah, I'm pretty good at flat pack, I must admit, or at least I used to be anyway before I got sick. I could do most things actually, like what you would consider like typical guy jobs. I'd do them all, but obviously because there wasn't a bloke around to do it for me. I didn't have a fucking choice in the matter, but I could do it. Yeah. I'm getting tired like really fast. I keep feeling myself just drain out, and then I sit down and one of the kids will wake me up like, "Are you okay, mum?" Like they're getting concerned because it's like actually I'm just passing out. I'm not really falling asleep. I'm just sort of out cold. Like even when I'm meant to get up and cook dinner, I'm out. Sit down for 2 seconds to get my breather back. You know what I mean? And I'm out cold. 10 a good quadruple stack sandwich sounds good to me. That makes every man happy, Dorothy. You know that if you make them sandwiches, they're happy. I made this lovely bread pudding yesterday, Dorothy. I'm sure you'd have appreciated it. Like Nana's warming bread pudding, you know what I mean? My nan used to make it. 10x6 greenhouse, yeah. I used to have one there. Oh, bless you, Sophie, thank you. Yeah, they do come and check in on me all the time, to be fair. Even my daughter, who's like, you know, she's got issues with sound and that, so she sort of avoids everyone most of the time. But even she's been quite sensitive to the fact that I'm not too well at the moment. Yeah. Oh no. Apparently the internet's disconnected, but I'm in, so don't. I'll be coming off in a minute anyway, so I'll give you more bandwidth. Yeah, bread pudding, and it's got like I've done it a bit luxurious with like apricots and dates and all sorts of things. So it's quite nice. And I used seeded bread as well, which is nice. Jam roly poly with custard, yeah. So I'd normally make some chocolate cakes, but I run out of cocoa, and Tesco's didn't have any of the right cocoa in, so I didn't get it. But I've also need to get some sugar. Forgot the sugar at the shop this week. Ouch! Ah, bugger. There's always something that I forget that, and I actually went shopping this week, which I don't normally do. I do it online normally, don't I? But because I had the car and I needed to get specific bits, I went for a car. Yeah, my stomach's starting to get hungry again now. Honestly, this is what happens to me every day at the moment. I'm getting hungry. Like, that's partly why I haven't come live, because I would have come live yesterday. But I got so hungry that I had to not eat and have something to eat. I actually had 2 bacon sandwiches, and I never do that. But that's the steroids, unfortunately, taking over my desire to stay slim. Yeah, keto. It's difficult, isn't it? But you have to like the right things. Luckily, I love like vegetables. I could happily live on vegetables mostly. It's just that my kids don't. 9 times out of 10, I just cook whatever they want because it's easier, isn't it? But I do also tend to have soup of an evening, and that if they're having something unhealthy, then I'll have soup of an evening with a bit of seedy bread in that. Sophie, you won't be able to share a link, darling, because you're not a moderator. I have to, if you share it to me, I can probably share it. Hello, Rocky Mountain High. You're not the first person to call me host today. I read that book, The Host, you know. I know they brought it out as a program, like a film now, haven't they? Is it a film or program? But I read the book by Stephanie Meyer at the same time as Twilight and that. The Host. I've got to say the book was better than the program or film. Okay, thank you, darling. I'll add it to the chat. Yeah, I've got a bit of a soft spot for frosting and that. I never used to like frosting at all. I couldn't eat, it was too sickly, you know what I mean? I don't do fondant or marzipan either. Oh well, how funny, Claire. Oh dear. Rocky Mountain High. I like that name. I'd love to go and travel like the Rocky Mountains and that, you know. But I've never been to America. I'm not like huge on the idea of going to America. There's other places that I would go first if I could still travel. Like I'd like to go to Jamaica and all over the Caribbean. Really, would be my dream holiday. But I would like to travel certain areas of like not just America, but those areas that are so massive. You know, like parts of America, it's just so fucking big, isn't it? Excuse my language, but it is like when you think about this country, England, being so small and so filled with history, and you know, like we wouldn't travel from one end of the country to the other in the same day, like by choice most of the time, but we could do if we had to. But in America, it's like you can, you know, they're basically half the bloody world, aren't they? There's so many different areas. You've got different weathers and you've got different time zones and all sorts. So I'd love to see like I'd love to go to Canada. There's one place that I'd really like to travel to. Whipped cream in the bedroom, yeah, nice. Oh, marzipan dressed in a fine dark chocolate. Yeah, I bet it is good travelling. Don't know why my Snapchat keeps telling me I've got so many messages when I haven't. Like, I have got messages, but not as many as it's telling me I've got, and it keeps showing up as if I've got loads and I haven't. Hi, Virginia. Nice to see you again. Um, Did you make her, or did she go her own accord? But as a kid, did you make marzipan for Xmas? We made it as presents for my grandparents, but I ate most of it making them. Yeah, you couldn't be bothered in putting in bed because I'd have to wash the sheets. Dorothy, spoken words of a wise woman. Yes, food in bedroom actually does really help with anorexia because it becomes it changes your mind thoughts of what food is for, and that's an anorexic's biggest problem is that they don't understand. Like it's like you're convinced that food is something different and that weight loss is something different. Like for me, my weight loss and my anorexia was never really about my weight as such. It didn't matter how much I weighed. What mattered was that I had control over my eating habits, and that's why, like the underbelly of why I was anorexic, not to do with like it's not how people think all the time. You drove from Seattle to Phoenix in 24 hours. That was crazy. I can imagine. I don't even live there, so I can't work it out like exactly how it is. It's nice to see you, Virginia. Thank you for dropping in. But yeah, it always fascinates me how big America is. I used to have some friends from Phoenix, and I think one of the cats just knocked something flying. At least I hope it was one of the cats. Berries, no strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, etc. And you got pulled over once. I bet you drove faster though. Enough time to get there that quick. Like I've done like Southend pretty quick, for me. But yeah, that was a parcel. That's what it was. Okay, bear with me 2 ticks, mate, and I will go and get your parcel. You guys can keep an eye on chat for me 2 seconds again, can't you? I do apologise, always having to run in and out, but that is the one thing with going live is that why I never used to go live. I used to do everything by video, and it was because in my life I have children and I have disabilities and that, so it's sometimes easier to be able to edit out all the interruptions that I get a day. But I do like coming live now because it is more, I think, the real me that you're getting to see. It's just harder for me, like letting you see it all, like, and it means I have to stop and start sometimes to talk to the children because they don't all like being on camera. Simply cooking with mine, pretty good, yeah. 90 miles per hour, bloody hell. How fast is the speed limit in America anyway, like on like motorways and that? Because I don't know. It's like 70 here, isn't it? 70 miles an hour. I suppose it's different wherever you are, like depending on the type of road, but on the fastest areas. Yeah, one of my best friends, like on the internet, is in America. She's Melissa Chronic Stitcher that comes in. She's like been with me throughout the health problems we've had. Like both got diagnosed at the same time, and that we've got RA lung, and it was like, oh my god, what's going on? Like we've both had each other through it all. And then there's June Gall as well. I think the world of her. She's in America as well, but she's an English expat in America. Terry is over in Canada. She's absolute beauty, a really beautiful person. Excuse me, sorry guys. I've got such a bubble on my chest still. Okay. Ta-da! I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it, guys? Certainly coming along nicely now. Now I've got to make sure I can get it in. The brackets sit in the way a bit and make it a little bit tighter than it should be. That looks well smart though. I think she's going to like it. I hope she's going to like it. So, I've got bigger handles. Actually, that just come through the door. Let me go and get that quickly. Won't be a second. Alright, Sophie, I love you, darling. Thanks for joining in. Your cousin became a British citizen. Who do please test? Ooh. Okay, so these handles have come out. Looking at them, I could have put them on smaller drawers as well, But these are the new handles that have come. So they're going to go on these. There's going to be two on this bigger one and one on there. I could have probably put them on there with the size that they are, but I think for how small these boxes are, it actually looks better with the delicate one, don't you think? That's all right, Virginia. We always mess up our spellings and everything as well. But yeah, so I'll probably use Brad's and glue them in because there is screws, little tiny screws, but I don't see that that's going to work through the foam core. It will work great on the chipboards that I'm going to do though. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you at this point, guys, because that's I can now go on to the next stage on the next one, and I don't want to keep going for too long today because I'm worn out, and I will try and get back to you as quickly as possible rather than taking a long break in between. It's been very nice to speak with you all, and I love you a great deal, as you all know. I'm going to try and find those other little thingies that I know I had. It does frustrate me when I put things down and I can't never find them again. It's like a habit of mine. Right. Thanks for joining me, guys. Much love. Breathe easy, folks. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye. Yeah. Take care, babe.